everyone, welcome back to my channel and to another Smash Our Stash collab video. This is a collab that is hosted by Beth of Bourbon Creek Crafts and Teresa, who is Fresh and Renewed with Teresa. For the Smash Our Stash collab, the whole purpose behind that is getting us to use items that we would probably have in our craft rooms that maybe we overlook a lot of times, or just things that we might have like an abundance of. Just trying to get us to use things that we have in our craft supplies. And in the description below, you will find the links to everyone's channels who is participating in this collab. So please go and check out their videos and see how they used the item for this month. Now, each month there is a theme, or it's more like an item that we're supposed to craft with. For the month of June, we were to use a kit of some kind. Now, I have kits from like Simon Says Stamping, Graphic 45 kits. I have Stampin' Up! And Close to My Heart scrapbooking company kits from over the years. I have like Anna Griffin card kits that I've picked up on HSN or at Tuesday Morning. So I mean, I have all kinds of kits. SEI is another one. But I was looking in my closet where I keep the majority of my different kits, and I ran across this one, which is Scrapping for Less. And this is a company that Teresa, who is Fresh and Renewed with Teresa, she used to have this company, and then she stopped doing stopped doing this. I think it was last year. This is from May of 2020. It was a flavor of the month, which I didn't even know I had any. I remember having this. I knew I had subscribed a couple of months to her, like 4 or 5 months to her. It was like a little sample type kit. It was $8, and you just got a little sampling of the different papers and items that were in her kits. And I always enjoyed those because, you know, you got a little taste of what she had to offer. Well, this had actually 4 kits inside, 4 complete, well, not really, well, they had paper and all kinds. I mean, you get all this gorgeous cardstock in the bottom of the box, and it's really nice, thick quality. There were 4 kits in this box. These are the 3 I did not touch yet. It was like real pretty rainbows. This is adorable. It's like a Bigfoot. And then this one is lemon, easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Just all this lemon decor, like paper with lemons and stamps and some twine, and this really gorgeous sort of a minty green, or a real pale minty blue-green enamel dots. So you get quite a nice bit of stuff in these boxes. And I went with the 4th kit that was in there, and it had all these really adorable ladybugs. Now, I used all of the little die cuts that were in there. There were quite a few. I was able to get 4 cards made, and there's a lot. I probably could have made more cards and just used less of the die cuts on each card, but I really liked the way everything went together. You get this adorable ladybug stamp. There's this saying here, every little thing will be all right, and then you are awesome. And it looks like this is called, what is that called here? Little Lady is the name. I can't hardly read that tiny writing. And then that Daisy. That's the only one of the stamps that I didn't use on my 4 cards. I used a little snippet of this really fine, like a red twine. And I used pretty much all of 3 sheets of paper. There were 6 pieces of 6x6. And these were double-sided, so a lot of pretty colors still remaining. That one has little tiny ladybugs on it, and I love this stripe paper here, with the 2 shades of green, and then the red and the black, and then this pattern here. So this is what I have left of the 2 sheets, or the 3 sheets that I used up. In the back of this chevron is this really fun daisy print, and the back of this polka dot is this checkered, like a gingham print. So that's what I have left over out of that one kit. So here are the 4 cards that I used. I did use there were 2 sheets of 8.5 by 11 white, and I just cut them straight down the middle to make these 4 cards. And I used the majority of this one piece of paper for this background on this card. Used some red out of my stash. Actually, I'm sorry. That red came from the box, from the kit. Everything pretty much was from the kit. I did use a punch for this little scallop punch and the 1-inch circle punch to punch out the sentiment. And I used up all the enamel dots that were with this kit. I love that shade of red. It's a very bright, almost a pinkish red. I love that shade right there. And this ladybug was so cute, so I just layered the, took the piece of the red cardstock that I cut down to make this little tiny panel, and just used some of the daisy and the black and white polka dots. Just glued down or taped down the ladybug and one of the flowers with a couple of the little like stems, and just put that sentiment up there and left the inside blank. And it is so adorable. I love how this turned out. So I may take like these few pieces of scraps that I have here and make some little flags to go on the inside. Just use up the little scraps of paper that away. So that's the first card I did. The second card had these really cool, like almost like photo corners, but little rounded floral corners, and this fun little sentiment ladybug hugs. So I kind of did the same layout as this card, only I made it bigger to fit the whole card. Instead of using the pattern paper and then a smaller panel, I just did the whole front as the two pieces of the pattern. I love that daisy with the polka dots together. That turned out really, really cute. And then just took a scrap of red to kind of cover up the seam. Used one of those flowers, and this little ladybug I did pop up on some tape, and then here's where I used a few of those little dots. And so I love how that one turned out. This one had these really adorable, there were 4 of these little ladybugs, so I just put them like they were crawling up the card. This is where I started kind of just piecing together some of my scraps. Just took this piece of the plaid and just put it on top of some of the red cardstock that was left over, and then had this smaller piece of the polka dot that fit perfectly right in the center, and then put another flower with the other 2 little leaf stems there, and then stamped out "You Are Awesome," and then just matted each of the individual words. I thought that turned out really cute. And there's a few of the little enamel dots. This is probably my favorite card. I love this one. Just love those little ladybugs going up the side. And then for this one, this was down to, again, I had these 2 pieces of paper left over, and this 1 piece of red was remaining. So I just kind of layered everything in like a geometric type, just random placed the papers on the card. Had these last 2 die cuts, so I just put them to where like the pieces of paper overlapped, just kind of in the corners. Just put those 2 there. And then I stamped the ladybug onto the red pattern paper and fussy cut out around the body, and then stamped the bug again on the white and just paper pieced that on top there. And if I could find my googly eyes, I was going to put little googly eyes on him. I'm not sure where my eyes are though. I know I have them laying around here somewhere. But then I just used a piece of that twine up in the corner because I wanted to use it on one of the cards, and I thought it would just look nice up there in the corner. And I did round the edges of the white, but not the red. And then just added a little dot there. I had 2 of the small dots left and 1 of the medium size, so I just put that on the bow to kind of help cover up the glue dot that was underneath the twine because it was a little bit big. And then just added the last 2 dots there. And that is what the last card looks like, and all of them are blank on the inside. So I didn't use up the entire kit. I'll just have a few scraps of paper, that 1 little piece of twine, and then 3 whole sheets of 6x6, and that'll just go into my stash. But I did use up all of the enamel dots and all of the die cuts, so I pretty much did use up the kit. And then of course I have this adorable stamp to use on anything else I want to use it for. So that, you got a lot of nice stuff in those kits. The ones that I had gotten from her, I really have loved. I haven't really used very many of them yet, so that is one of my goals, to try to use up some of my kits. If I don't use them this year, then next year work on using up some more of my kits. But so I was very excited to see that was the item to use this month, and pull out her adorable little ladybugs. So thank you so much, Teresa, for putting this together last year. And thank you, everyone, for stopping by and watching. And hope you all have had a great weekend since I'm filming this on Sunday. And I will talk to you all next time. Take care.